In this video, we're going to be taking a look at every single seed inside of Roblox Grow a Garden and looking at how they are obtained inside of the game. I will say some of these seeds are no longer obtainable, but there's still many that are. Be sure to stay tuned and make sure you guys like the video and subscribe. Without further ado, let's go ahead and hop straight into it. So let's go ahead and start off with obviously the seed shop right here. We have all of these seeds that are inside the seed shop. We have the carrot, the strawberry seed, the blueberry, the orange tulip. We have all of like the OG seeds, right? All of these obviously are obtained and purchased from the shop that is right here. There is other ways in which you guys can get the seed shop plants, and that is by using the raccoon to actually steal the seed from other players. The other player actually has to have the seed in order for your red fox to steal it. You can also steal other players' fruit with the raccoon, but that doesn't actually take the seed. If you actually want to get the seed from anything that's inside of the seed shop, you have to actually use the red fox, which is obtained by the mythical egg. So it's not the bug egg, it is the mythical egg. So if you have a red fox, you're able to steal the seed from other players. Now, event exclusive seeds, the red fox cannot actually take those. It can only take the seeds that are inside of the seed shop. But there's also other ways in which you guys can actually get the seeds inside of the seed shop without having to actually buy them at all. And it's actually with one of the most common pets inside of the game. This right here is the golden lab. And when this pet is actually placed down, every 55 seconds, there's a 10% chance that it digs up a random seed that's inside of the seed shop. So the more of these golden labs that you actually have on your garden, the more of a chance you're able to dig up some of the more rare seeds inside of the game. But as I mentioned, they can only dig up the seeds that are inside of the seed shop. And you can get this pet by literally just getting the common egg. It's probably one of the most easiest pets to get inside of the game. So yeah, you guys can get it this way as well. Another way in which you guys can also get those seeds is Lucky Harvest, which basically what happens is whenever you go and harvest a plant right here, like for example these moon melons, there's this thing called Lucky Harvest where if I actually get that fruit, there's a small chance that the seed gets given to me, and that's called Lucky Harvest, but it's very rare. But also if you have the snail, I believe it increases the chance for Lucky Harvest. So if you have the snail pets, which you guys can see right here, I actually do have one as well. I believe this does increase the chances. Let me just double check. Yeah, it has a 5% extra chance. Harvested plants drop seeds. Rare plants have lower chance to duplicate. So yeah, if you guys are going to harvest all of your plants in your garden, make sure you have a lot of these snails equipped, because you have a good chance of getting some of those seeds back. But that right there is for the actual seed shop. Now, what about some of the other seeds inside of the game? What about the brand new summer seeds? Well, let's take a look. These are all of the summer seeds that are inside of the game, like the cauliflower, like the green apple, we have the pineapple, the kiwi, bell pepper, pitcher plants, you guys get it. And these seeds were once inside of the seed shop located right over here, but inside of this brand new update, they're now in a completely separate shop. And to actually get these seeds, they're still obtainable, which is good, but they're now actually part of the summer merchant, which is a traveling merchant. So whenever the cosmetic shop over here actually refreshes on time, for me in 55 minutes, it's going to restock. Basically, when this timer is close to 0, that's when it has a chance of actually spawning in. That's when pretty much all of the merchants, the traveling merchants, have a chance of spawning in. And they're going to spawn right over here by the seed shop. So there is a chance that the summer merchant can spawn in. You just got to get kind of lucky. It's a traveling merchant once again, so it's not permanent. This thing will appear and reappear. So that is how you actually can get all of the summer seeds, is by visiting the summer merchant area. We recently just got 2 new seeds inside of the game that a lot of players don't actually know about, and that's the Liberty Lily seed, which is this thing right here, and also there's the firework flower as well, which you guys can see. It's kind of glitching into my my moon mango tree, but you guys can see it's literally like a giant firework. Now, these were also obtained inside of one of the traveling merchants, which was a 24-hour limited time 4th of July traveling merchant. So that's actually how you got the Liberty Lily and also the firework flower seeds. Will these return back to the game? I think there's probably a good chance they could return next year, or maybe even for like a New Year's event inside of the game. You guys can actually see right here, this is what the 4th of July traveling merchant looked like. Now, obviously, once again, this is no longer obtainable because it was only obtainable on July 4th, but I had some pretty cool seeds inside of it. Once again, these are some of the most limited time seeds inside of the game. Will it return? It might not. It really just all depends on what Jandal wants to do. Speaking of Jandal and Grow a Garden, Jandal did say that the candy blossom is no longer going to be added inside of Roblox Grow a Garden pretty much ever again. He said they are not bringing back this seed. So the candy blossom, for those of you guys that don't know, it was obtained inside of the Easter shop, which was here for a limited time, kind of like the 4th of July, but it was here for a little bit longer, I believe, and this was a pretty rare seed to get. And now it's probably one of the most wanted and best seeds inside of the game. Now, you can still technically steal the fruit from other players, but the red fox cannot steal it. There's pretty much no way to get this seed besides an admin giving it to you, or even Jandal himself. But you can still take the fruit, I believe, with the raccoon pet, so the fruit is still technically obtainable, but not the seed. But inside of this recent prehistoric update in Grow a Garden, they actually added a seed that's better than the candy blossom, and to actually get that seed, it's called the bone blossom, and you have to go over to the prehistoric quest and actually fill out this entire quest, which you guys can see I've almost completed this thing fully, and I'm about 2 objectives away from getting the bone blossom. So if you want to actually get the bone blossom seed, you have to actually get it by doing the dino quest inside of the prehistoric update of Grow a Garden. And next up we have the night seed pack, which actually has some of the coolest seeds inside of the game. The seeds inside of this pack are like the nightshade, we have the glow shroom, the mint plant, we have moonflower, starfruit, moon glow, and also the moon blossom. All of those were obtained inside of the nightshade seed pack, and they also just recently re-added the night seed pack and all the other like night gear items inside of the summer harvest event. So I think at some point they will definitely bring back the night seed pack at some point. It'll probably be inside of like the next event, but for right now I believe there's no way to actually get the night seed pack, but that may change when you're watching this video. And by the way, the only seed that Jandal has said is 100% not coming back is the candy blossom. All the other seeds definitely have a chance of returning back to the game. There was also another way in which you guys could actually get like the moon mangoes and some of the other night seeds inside of the game. Inside of the Twilight shop, there was all these cool pets, but there was also the Celesta Berry, and there was also the Moon Mango, which was sold for 1 billion coins. Absolutely insane. And I just realized that the Moon Mango is literally the most expensive seed inside of the game. Like, I cannot believe one single tree is 1 billion coins. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's not even that good. I feel like the Sugar Apple is better than the Moon Mango, but maybe I'm wrong. Now, also, there was the Lemon Tree, which is no longer obtainable, which was only, I believe it was only added inside of the game for a couple of days, and the only way to get it was for Robux, and same thing with the Cherry Blossom seed as well. Those actually did exist, but they're no longer obtainable. But pretty much the only seeds that are no longer obtainable right now is the Candy Blossom, the Lemon, the Cherry Blossom, the Bone Blossom. Technically, as I'm recording this, it's not available, but it's going to be available in just a couple of days. And also, the Corn seed is also removed from the game. I don't know why it's removed, but I could have sworn it was inside of the seed shop, but it is like literally nowhere to be found now. Also, the bee event had many seeds you could get inside of there as well that you could actually buy for honey. And right now it is a traveling merchant. You can get a flower seed pack from it and also some other items as well. But inside of the main like honey shop, when they actually had the bee event going on, there was a bunch of seeds that we don't know if they're ever going to return again. They may or they may not, but this is how you got all of these. There was seeds like the nectarine, there was the hive fruit seed, lavender seed, there was a nectar shade, the rose, the foxglove, the lilac, the pink lily seed, sunflower, the crocus. There was so many of these seeds. I mean, look at all these seeds that were inside of that event. Now, those may return in the future or they may not. It really all depends on what the developers plan on doing with it, but the bee event still appears as a traveling merchant, but it doesn't have a lot of those seeds obtainable anymore. And that right there is pretty much all of the seeds inside of Grow a Garden. So a lot of them are inside of, you know, the normal shop. Most of them are inside of the summer shop, but a lot of them are also inside of the traveling merchants as well. And tons of them were inside of previous updates. And there are also some seeds that are only available inside of event exclusive seed packs, so some of those may also not be obtainable any longer. There's a couple seeds like every update that are only exclusive to some of the seed packs, so just keep that in mind as well. There's a good chance we could see some of these old seeds return back to the game at some point, considering like the night event, for example. They've brought back the night seeds a couple of times now since that event's come out, so I'm assuming they probably will do the same with like the honey events and also the night event and also the summer seeds as well, which those ones we already can get. If I did miss out on any of the seeds, please comment down below. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all inside the next one. Peace out and goodbye.